Hello, all. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Today, I'm honored to have a distinguished guest, an entrepreneur, straight up hustler out of the DMV area, owns multiple businesses, and even during this crazy crisis, he's still getting it in. He's not letting them hold him back. He's actually probably just his business is probably increasing more and more because of what's going on, and with more and more people being scared to go out and do specific jobs and specific things. So, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Mr. Rodriguez. Say hello to the people.
Salute.
Definitely.
Thank you for having me. Hello, everybody.
Thanks for doing this again, man. So as we get started, just tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and all about your businesses and whatnot.
Sure, definitely. So as introduction, as Larry said, my name is Roy, and gosh, how far back should I go? I've been an entrepreneur for many years, and just understanding that if we can serve, we will be compensated for serving. And so, I serve people in the real estate and construction space. Anybody needing any type of questions, work that needs to get done, anything like that. So that's what I do. But yeah.
So what's the I forgot again, what's the name of your businesses again?
So my contracting business is Tailored Fit Services. So
okay.
Yeah, so we do all types of provide all types of construction services, from residential, deck work, fencing, irrigation. You name it.
Jack of all trades, huh?
Yes, sir. But you know what? And the thing is it's really more along the lines of aligning myself with people who specialize in those trades.
Got you.
So I'm the jack going to the traders. You know what I mean?
Okay. You like the broker in a sense.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
sir. And so, and everybody that I deal with, they're experts and students of their own crafts.
Okay.
And things like that. It's just understanding, like when you love what you do and you become a student of that, and you get yourself immersed, that type of journey rather than the destination. That's what it's all about. Peace to Jim Rohn, by the way.
Absolutely. And the beautiful thing about that is you get to learn something new every single day, and then probably you can teach somebody something new as well as you keep engaging with more and more people. Because quick disclaimer, people know I do wholesaling on the side. I met this gentleman off of Craigslist, you know what I mean? And the dude, I was like, yeah, very intelligent, knows his stuff, a networker, he does a lot of things up and down the Eastern Seaboard and whatnot. So I was like, yeah, I've definitely got to get somebody with this background on the channel and whatnot to explain what he does, how he does it, and why he does it. And how long have you actually been a quote unquote entrepreneur?
Gosh, ever since I was in my late teens, I would say, yeah, everything from selling shirts to selling shoes to,
hustling.
Yeah, and you know what? And let me tell you, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. First and foremost, thank you,
sure.
For this. But I remember, I distinctly remember in the 5th grade, I had a friend of mine. His name was Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny. And this is where I learned entrepreneurship. At least that was the seed, that was planted.
Okay.
He would come to class, and his backpack would be full of candy, and he would sell candy in school.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
But see, he told me, he goes, yo, I go right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
I buy the candy, I sell it for double, I flip it back, boom, 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 like flipping candy. So that's really, so that's really what planted the seed. And then from there, the Robert Kiyosaki's and so on and so on. So.
Oh yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That was definitely my number one inspiration. Pay yourself first, right?
Yes, sir.
Golden principles.
Yes, sir.
So what made you decide to open up your well, first let's get into the real estate aspect of things.
Yeah.
Tell people your specialty in regards to what you do in real estate and what you want to do down the line in real estate.
Sure. So I mean, gosh, the biggest thing is finding people that I'm a person of service. You know, my mentor told me this, you know, I say condolences to the family, you know, to the owner's family, you know, mentor of mine, you know, Mr. Odom's, love him very much. You know, and one of the things that many things that he taught me is just, you know, just understanding that you're a person of service and making yourself available to people who need that service and making them feel special, or you know, just making them feel special, you know, just having that relationship, that's what's lasting, that relationship
Absolutely.
building. And I think I heard somewhere it said, you know, a person might not remember what you tell them, but they'll remember how you made them feel.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Because you're everlasting. You can say what you want all day, every day, but your everlasting impact to somebody's life, they remember that. You know, it's all actions and whatnot. And like you said, make somebody feel. If you make somebody feel like a piece of crap, they will remember that no matter what good deed you do in life. I definitely do agree with that. I remember last time when we were talking about New Jersey being the land of opportunity in real estate.
Yeah, a lot has changed since we last
right?
spoke with this COVID-19 situation.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, a lot has changed, and you know, we can get into the nitty gritty, you know, on what's going on with where, you know what I mean. You know, to me, I'll say this, and when we talked about this, you know, potentially, you know, sharing this with others, you know, I told you, I said, hey, you know, nothing, you know, there's no, you know, how do you say it? Nothing is off limits, I guess you could say.
Right.
So any questions, you know, that you have, you know, definitely feel free. But yeah, just in terms of Jersey, this, unfortunately, you know, a lot has happened. You know, sorry for any of the losses that happened up there. New York, New Jersey is pretty bad. I have family up there. You know, some, you know, so far so good. Things have been, you know, but yeah, but have definitely taken a major dip since this happened a few weeks ago.
I can
That's
believe
okay,
that.
because you know, I'm already in another area, that in another
Right.
market. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And I mean, we all know at the end of the day, you know, nothing's going to be the same when this thing is quote unquote done with. One, then two, we definitely all know that a lot of real estate prices are most likely going to go down. Unfortunately, you're going to have a lot of foreclosures go up, like we saw back in 2008, 7, 8, 9, 10, et cetera, and whatnot. And it'll take a couple of years for everything to get back on track again. So one of the upsides is, you know, that's capitalism. There's upsides and downsides. One of the upsides for investors like us will be able to find better deals at a lower price.
well,
Depends on how you look at it, which area you're looking at too.
well, you know what? Just in terms of talking about that, that's part of the nitty gritty. You know, if we're gonna dig a little, you know, dig a little bit. I know that when we spoke, I was saying that the market is gonna dip, but I will tell you this, and this is just my opinion, just being a student of the market and just looking at micro and macroeconomics.
Right.
I do not believe that the dip is going to be as significant as it was if the coronavirus didn't come. That's just my opinion.
Oh, I agree. 100%. I think you're right on the ball on that one. I think this just intensified everything because we knew that it's a boom and bust economy no matter what, you know, no matter who's in office, no matter who's in charge, et cetera, and so forth. It's always a boom and bust. It's just the point of when and how severe it's actually going to be. Because of this is just intensified. You know, it's like it went from a little a paper cut to actual knife wound.
Yeah.
You know, or whatever analogy you want to utilize and whatnot. So many different areas to look at it. But it's like I said, it still leaves open the door of opportunity because even people have opened up different businesses during this crisis because there's so many needs for different kinds of services.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I've reached out. I have, you know, an acquaintance that I know. He owns a commercial carpet cleaning. Not commercial. Sorry. I think he does commercial because he works for insurance companies.
Okay.
But
Nice.
residential and commercial carpet cleaning. So I reached out to
Yes,
him and
sir.
I said, yo, I said, I saw that there was a sign that they do sterilization of houses. Look, you want to talk about some, surrounding yourself around people who are students of their craft. Like he told me, he says, I'm already on that. That's already, it's already done. It's a wrap. I'm already adding that as an additional service. Like, go
Boom.
ahead. Go ahead.
And that's how it's supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
It's crazy thing. If you're ready, you don't have to get ready, right?
Yeah.
And with that being said, it's like services like that are going to go through the roof. I know a couple of people that have actually just started cleaning companies because the need is so big. There's a bigger demand, and there are actually amount of companies that are actually utilized for the services.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and with that, it's crazy. It's kind of like when you look at a hurricane when it happens. FEMA needs contractors to clean up the mess. They need electricians to clean up the mess. They need builders to rebuild the properties.
And just a little gem drop, for those of you who have started a cleaning company.
Mm-hmm.
Reach out to the property managers, reach out to them, and build that relationship with them, and from there.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better myself, because like you said, at the end, you really hit the nail on the head. The biggest thing that people always forget, especially the downside, is you have too many introverts nowadays. And a lot of times it's because of technology. You and I have met face to face before, but a lot of doing that, they're not really too big on that. And they don't realize you still, no matter how much technology you have, eventually you still need to meet people face to face to have that sincere cohesiveness of a relationship and a rapport with one another, especially when it comes to doing business.
Yeah, that's right.
What it is, I know people would probably argue and say, well, I never met Jeff Bezos, but I utilized Amazon. I said, but the difference is he had to build up a reputation so people could trust him, so that they could actually buy products from his website.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
Put a relationship with people, even though his service is utilized through the internet.
Yeah, and just to add on, to what you were saying in terms of relationships. I mean, just earlier today, as I'm planning for the week and getting things ready, and which is gonna be a great week, but just getting things ready. Just getting things. Oh, I did. Side note: did I send you that list? I didn't send you that.
Oh,
that
no, not
project,
yet.
did I?
No.
All right, I'll send it to you. All right.
Okay.
Uh, just lost my train of thought because it popped into my head that I got to send it to you. But
Gotcha.
what was I gonna say?
You said you were setting up for the week, and it's going to be a great week.
No, but it was something
about in terms of relationships and whatnot.
Oh yes, just in terms of relationships. I was thinking in my head of saying, who do I need to reach out to? Who do I need to go check? Who do I need to see? How they're doing? And it's not even about money. Just like, yo,
Right.
how's everything? How are
Exactly.
you? Because it's money is providing a product or service to the masses or to one person. You're providing, right? And then duplicating that. So we understand how to make money. But in terms of the relationships, that's not money. That's something that's beyond that. So when you're able to do that, like, I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for the relationships that I had. And I'm pretty sure you could say the same thing.
Absolutely. And that's just key. And like you said, just genuine relationships and whatnot. Everything doesn't have to revolve around the dollar and whatnot. Like you said, business is going to be business. And if you're good with who you are and what service you provide, everything else is just going to work for itself.
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot of people I just think look, everybody wants to be on a paper chase, and I get that. But a lot of people always lose sight of what really matters in life and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or then, like you said, checking up on people, making sure people look good. Those little things mean a lot, whether people realize it or not.
Yeah.
Those little things, they mean a lot, and you can grow from that. Those little seeds that you plant in specific areas and whatnot. Like you said, multiple people in multiple areas, so therefore, if you go someplace, you're good. And if they come to where you reside at, they're good, because you're gonna make sure that they're good. And that's how it's supposed to be, in my personal opinion. And it kind of leads into the next question. What advice would you give to future entrepreneurs like yourself, and what they should do once they decide whatever industry they decide to get in, or they decide to get into the same industry that you're in right now?
Go for it. I'm Dan Pena. Quick shout out to Dan Pena. you know, he says something that, you know, and I'll bleep it out, but he says, just bleep and do it. You
Agree.
know, just do it. Just do it. And I'll tell you, man, I could tell you some things. One thing that really helped me in terms of my growth is one day my broker, which is also my mentor, you know, Mr. Odoms, I call him Coach, you know, because he coached me through a lot. You know, he brought me to his office and he sat me down at his table and he handed me the resume that I gave him 10 years prior.
Mm.
Okay. Now this is, you know, and I was looking over my cover letter, you know, kind of looking at everything and I read it and I said, and in it I said that I wanted to get into real estate. Granted, this was 10 years ago.
Got you. Got
You know what I'm saying? So one
you.
of the things that he told me after I read it, he goes, "Why haven't you done those things that you wanted to do 10 years ago?" You know, and that was an eye opener for me. You know, hey, I'm a work in progress. You know, anybody who knows it all, I watch them. I'm watching until I don't have to watch him anymore. You know, but you know,
You
it's
tell
just
the
like,
truth though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's do it. You know, I watched the movie yesterday, which crazy. I watched the movie yesterday, and
Uh,
I think it's called Acrimony. I think it's called the Tyler Perry movie or something, right? And
okay.
in the movie, the guy, you know, the lady was, you know, helping him so much and everything. You know, I don't want to spoil it for people, but the point is, the guy stayed on his dream
Uh,
and kept going and kept going and kept going, and he
right.
made it. I'm
And
talking like,
that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? That's exactly what it's all about. You know, it's like you have to, no matter what, you're gonna go through a bunch of emotions, you're gonna go through ups and downs, but that's a part of the journey. You always
mhm,
have to do your darndest to stay the course.
that's right.
People, they think it's supposed to be easy because, you know, celebrity television makes it look easy. It's not easy.
Right.
And
Yeah.
if it was easy, that means everybody else would be doing it.
Yeah.
You know, that's my whole thing. So you always have to remember to stay the course, go through the trials and tribulations. Like you say, go through the mentorship because nobody's a know-it-all. I'm a work in progress. I learn something new every day. That's what I basically, I look forward to my day. I love to learn stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah.
engage
Yeah.
with people. I read my books and listen to my podcast. That's what I do. And I can still learn something outside of what I just said because there's so many, the world is a library, but it's up to that person to actually open the book and turn to the next page.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
that's my
That's
personal
right.
opinion. You know, so what faith do you foresee for the younger generation that do not start taking entrepreneurship seriously and creating and contributing to the other retirement vehicles and investments and whatnot?
Socialism. You know, there's no, you know, and I say socialism because unfortunately we have and this is not all, and I don't want no controversy, not like that, but I see what I see. You know what I
Right.
mean? I see what I see, and not, you know, the generation now is not built like the generation for World War II.
Mm,
Let's just keep it real. You know
true.
what I mean? And
True.
so the challenge that I see is, if this generation, my generation, the generation after me and after me and after me,
Mm,
if they do not take responsibility for their own decision making behaviors,
right.
there's always going to be a victim mentality,
I agree.
and that victim mentality will turn into please take care of me, and that please take care of me turns into socialism. So that's kind of, you know, my
Oh
short
yeah,
answer.
I see. I see what you're saying, and because it's like you said, there has to be some sort of initiative. But and we all know it all starts at home because a lot of people are just raised to be brats nowadays with a lot of parenting styles. You know, I'm not knocking people who whatever style they have it is what it is. But a lot of people we see they coming out in this world at 18 and 21 years old with a why mentality. Why is it this way? Because that's just the way the world is. One or two. Why should I have to work this hard? Why isn't it like this? Because certain situations you got to adapt and overcome. That's just the way it is.
Right.
And not
That's
everything
right.
be on your own terms.
That's right.
You know, and some
That's
people don't understand that. And then the biggest thing is, and we see that in the DMV area, sometimes you just got to go outside your comfort zone. A lot of people don't want to do that. You know, my thing is if somebody can come to another country, barely speak the language and make something happen, and you being a native of that country can try to at least make something. Doesn't mean it's going to 100% work, but it does mean that you can go outside of your comfort zone and different. A lot of people just are scared, in my personal opinion, they're just scared to do that because once the comfort zone ends and they like especially what's going on right now, because I keep telling people, if this isn't a wake-up call, I don't know what the hell is, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Right.
Working people. It's just like you have to have some sort of a backup plan. And the people in your circle should have some sort of inspiration for you. And like you said, you should look for the right mentorship. So whatever mistakes you are making, they can correct you when you're wrong and vice versa.
Exactly. Let me add to this, you know.
Please.
If you're the smartest one in your room, you need to change rooms. If you're the smartest one in your circle, you need to change circles. You know, just let me tell you this, you know, just maybe back in January, I want to say, or I don't that the last time I went to Jersey, went to go check my peoples.
Like a month ago or 2 months ago?
It was before this whole Corona thing happened.
Right.
You know, I went to, you know, one of my friend's house and just a circle that, you know, he has his own trucking business, his own trucking logistic business. I don't know if I told you or not. I mean, crisscrossing across the country, he's working on this next truck. But anyway, great company. I got to get the name so I can put the plug in for him.
Probably making a lot of this because I know they've been killing it with this whole thing.
Yeah, he's good. No, he's good. I just talked to him.
Right.
I talked to him about 2 weeks ago. He's good. He's good. But the thing is, what I told him was, you know, I'm so blessed and I'm thankful that everybody in my circle is a business owner in some form or fashion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and you know, everybody has, and it's not about the money, but everybody has something that everybody's a boss almost.
Bingo.
In their own space. You know what I mean? Beautiful.
Bingo. And that's the thing, because bosses like to be around other bosses and whatnot. And then when you're talking, as Damon Dash would say, as you talking boss talk, everybody can contribute to that specific conversation.
Shout out to Dame Dash.
It's like everybody being a Redskins fan, but you got that one Dallas Cowboy fan. You guys aren't gonna have that much in common. You know what I mean? So it's just what it is.
Right.
And that's
right.
Like you said, your circle matters more than anything else, and people don't realize that. A lot of they wonder why they're not, even if they're working hard and trying to get ahead, but they wonder what's one of those key things is, okay, well, who are you hanging out with? Engaging with on a regular basis? Are you engaging people that are still thinking this way, but you're thinking this way? You know, I mean, that really matters. Because I don't know about you, a lot of people I went to school with, they still here. They still stuck in the past. They still always talking about something 10 years ago. I'm like, dude, that was a long time ago. We've passed that. We've evolved. And if you haven't, then it's time for you to do something different. But this is now. Those days aren't coming back. I know.
I just had that incident a few days ago. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the next question.
Yes, sir.
Parent, how important is it to you to be able to hand down economic assets to your children and or other family members?
You know, not. You know what? Hey, I'm not here for people to like me. Okay. I'm here to add value, and for the most part, you know, that's it. So that question is a tough one, because I don't believe in leaving my kids any type of financial head start. I don't.
Right.
I don't believe in it. And the reason why I don't believe in it,
right,
and the reason why I don't believe in it is, unfortunately, when something is not earned through hard, painful growth,
yes, sir,
it's not appreciated as much. Man, I think I don't remember where I heard this, but it's like the first generation makes the money, the second generation lives off the money, and the third generation goes broke. You know what I mean? It's like, but that's me. I believe in the teaching how to fish rather than giving a fish.
Agreed. So the thing is, that's the same thing that Shaquille O'Neal said.
Oh, really? Okay.
Fortune. He told his kid, you got to work for this.
Yeah.
He made actual business contract agreements. Hey, you want a piece of this pie? This is what you got to do. I worked for this. You're going to work for this.
Yeah.
But you're going to be a part of the family business. I'm just not just going to give you a car and give you a house. No, you're part of the business.
Right.
You know, so therefore you're still working for me. And if you want something on your own, that's fine. I can help guide you. Like you said, I can teach you to fish instead of giving you the fish, but you got to earn it because you appreciate it more when you work for it. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
You know, so you have any specific, and I know you do the construction, flipping houses and things of that nature as far as real estate. Do you have any other future businesses that you can see yourself venturing into?
Man, let me tell you what's crazy. Let me tell you, let me tell you what's crazy. So I was speaking to one of my business partners earlier today, kind of recapping on the week, what we've done, what clients we got to serve, new relationships that we've that we require. By the way, I need to, off camera, I need to talk to you about a great networking partnership up in Maryland. I want to talk to you about. But so and one of the clients that I think it might be a possibility that if it's not a short sale, it might be a subject to, not quite, kind of thinking about which way I'm going to go with this one.
Got you.
But then also another thing too, obviously, with the subject too, we got to get tenants in there.
Of
Right.
course.
So I was telling my business partner, I said, this is crazy. Like, with what we're doing, it's like we're about to start getting into property management. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to start a whole nother company, a whole nother property management company, just because I'm servicing the clients that need those services.
I know that's right. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean,
and in this area, those businesses, they make a lot of money because, especially with the military population, rental properties come through the roof.
That's right.
I mean, kind of leads into my next question, but that's a great thing, man. I don't ever see that going away.
Yeah.
What do you think is one of the biggest? Most people know what the biggest advantages are to living in the DMV area. It's because of great job markets. One, big, military, federal government, universities. I could go on and on. Private sector, on and on. But what do you think is the biggest disadvantage of living in the DMV area? Or even doing business in the DMV area?
Oh, okay. Doing business in the
let's go with business.
Yeah. We can keep it business. I really don't see any more, man.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Yes, I do see one, but this isn't a DMV issue. This is a business issue.
Okay.
And if you don't mind me sharing that.
Sure.
Okay. So one of the biggest things that I see, unfortunately, is not from my real estate investments and holdings, but from the construction, concrete, and renovation side.
Got you.
My biggest competitor, unfortunately, is the person who charges like an employee.
Got you. I see.
I will say that's the biggest challenge that I see and it's not only the DMV area. I mean, it's just across the board. But
got you.
Hopefully, I'm not straying away too much from the question.
Oh yeah, I can definitely understand that. And last question, but definitely not least, if you had it all over to do it again, how would you do it?
Oh man,
we all got that.
Crazy.
I would have did it this way.
Yeah.
I knew now.
Yeah.
I would do back then. All that good stuff. Yeah.
Sure. Well, you know what? The very first thing that I would do, I'm talking from the age of 14, 15.
All right.
I will learn real estate.
I know that's right.
I mean, from the very beginning. I mean, I know it can be intimidating. I mean, understanding all of the terminologies and knowing what a good deal is and how to do look, it's overwhelming in the beginning. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I would have done that and I would have became a real estate agent at 18.
Smart.
Immediately. I would have been a real estate agent at 18. I would say that's probably the only thing that I would change.
Okay. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, me myself, I would have not only tried to become a real estate agent, but I would have purchased my first property sooner. And the first property I would have purchased, it would have been a duplex or multiplex. But I've noticed a lot of the younger people that are doing that now, they're banking out the yin yang because they're basically just they replace their job by house hacking. For those who don't know what house hacking is basically you buy a property, preferably a duplex or a multiplex. You live in it for a year. Obviously, you make money off of the additional units and whatnot. You move out of the place. If you need extra money, you can take equity out of that property and buy another property the same way and do it all over again. And and then you're building, in a sense, you're building assets. And a lot of new real estate agents have been doing that, and they've been banking out the yin yang because they've been acquiring more assets while they're still selling properties for commissions, and then in some instances getting in other business ventures and whatnot, just like where I was talking about earlier. So, but yeah, so I feel you on that one. But any final words before we turn off the record button to the people, to the future entrepreneurs, anything of that nature, or how they can get in contact with your businesses or anything of that nature? Phone, email addresses, website.
Well, yeah. Well, first and foremost, peace to everybody who's on this podcast and who's really taking time out to invest in themselves. I say Larry, he's a good man. He does a lot of different things, businessman, different hustles. Much respect. Tip my hat off. And for those of you all who are following him, or listen, this guy's the real deal. This guy's the real deal. So definitely listen to what he's saying. And if you want to,
appreciate that.
Yeah. And if you want to go ahead and start your own business, just do it. Dan Pena said, just effing do it.
I know that's right.
Just, and another thing, I tell you, this isn't for everybody. Okay. And last words. And I tell you this, being an entrepreneur, being a business owner is not for everybody. That's why everybody doesn't do it. Okay. It's a lifestyle. Okay. So, I work 7 days a week. Okay. I have to sneak away to do some work. Okay.
I believe it.
That's not for everybody. And that's okay. If you're the Sunday watching football, if that's what you do, then that's what you do. You know what I mean? I know that those football players aren't paying me to watch them. So I'm trying to understand how I can go ahead and increase my net worth on a Sunday afternoon. But that's me. No judging. If you're going to do something, do it. And listen to older folks. Older folks have been there.
Yes, sir.
One of the biggest things, and I've done a lot of interviews and like with different people and stuff like that. Older people, and one of the biggest things, and you can do this on YouTube too. Watch videos. One of the biggest things that they say is, if I look back, I would have took that opportunity. I would have done that. I would have done that. I would have done that. They don't talk about what they wish they wouldn't have done. They talk about things that they wish they could have done and they should have done. And I don't want to live my life in that. So I'm going all in. I know Larry's going all in.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So you go all in too. You got this. And you can reach out to us, any questions.
Definitely. But if you want to put out your business's phone numbers, how they can reach you if they need anything, go for it.
Yeah, definitely. So Tailored Fit Services is my contracting, concrete, and remodeling company, and we do everything. Well, if we can't do it, we'll tell you and we'll point you in the direction. Okay. And my phone number is 703-586-2130. Larry's an investor as well. Larry has my point of contact too. So, anything that you all need, here to serve, here to help.
Absolutely.
Oh, my email is tailoredfitservices@gmail.com, and also rrealtva@gmail.com.
There you go. So if you guys need his information, need his services, definitely hit him up. Or obviously you can come through me and I'll definitely point you in the right direction, whatnot. But Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like, definitely subscribe, share, all that good stuff. This is great knowledge and wisdom. And I'll see you guys next time, all right?